Hey guys, this is so exciting. I am so happy to be making this for you guys, and I'm so happy that you guys are gonna get to go to States. It was top 3 moments of my whole entire life. I'm not kidding. So you guys are gonna have an amazing time, and I'm sure you'll do amazing. I'm confident in you guys. You guys got this. So if you don't know me, I'm Jill. I was libero for the state championship team in 2018, and I graduated with like Kayla, J Pugs, Griddle, Katie Steele, Danielle, that whole gang. So the feeling when I arrived at States, I was excited, right, obviously, and I was nervous, but I wasn't as nervous as I usually am, and I get very nervous. But I really think I wasn't as nervous because like I didn't expect us to win, which that kind of sounds bad, but like it's the truth. I was just happy to like be able to go on the bus and to like get there and to like be off of school and like just have this amazing journey with my best friends that like that's what I was happy to do, and I thought we were just gonna go, and like it was gonna be whatever. I was just grateful that we were gonna get to go, so I wasn't as nervous because I didn't really put too much pressure on myself and on us because I was like, you know what, we made it here. I'm happy. And then I remember waking up for pool play, and that's when I started to get really nervous because I was like, oh shit, like this is real. But I remember Hafi gave us a pep talk, and I don't really exactly know what she said. All of States was kind of one big like, oh my god. But your coaches, O'Shea, Hafi, I don't and then I think there's another coach because I was watching you guys play, but I'm not really sure. Listen to what they have to say. They've been there before. They've been to States. They've been to this arena. We've played the teams that you guys are gonna play. So really listen to what they have to say, and that'll calm your nerves. And also, like, if you're nervous, like everybody else is nervous. Every single girl on your team is nervous. The girls on the other team are nervous, and you know you're not alone in your nerves. And if you think of it that way, that kind of made me a lot less nervous because you know I was like, everybody feels this way. You know, it's a big game, but at the end of the day, this is the game that you've been playing since August with your best friends on this team. There's not, you know, it's what you've been doing. You've worked your way here. There's not that much to be nervous about. So that's kind of what I was feeling. Okay, next question. One piece of advice, what could it be? What would it be? I would say do whatever you possibly can to play for as long as you can, especially if you're a senior. This is it. And I know some of you are probably going on to play at the college level, but some of you probably aren't. I'm not. I go to Syracuse. I don't play anymore. But this is, for some of you, this is going to be your last time. And even if you're not a senior, like this is your last time playing with these group of girls, and you know, you don't know what the future is going to hold. So do whatever you can to play for literally as long as you can. We went to 5 sets. I think the final score was like 28-26. Like we could not have played any longer. And like that was the epitome of our team because like we loved each other so much, and like we wanted to do anything we could to continue playing with each other, and we did just that. And that is what led us to the state championship. You know, there's never going to be a moment like this again in your life. I said it before, this was like one of the top 3 moments of my whole life, and just really soak it in and do whatever you can to prolong it. You know, every ball, even if you think you're not gonna be able to get to it, go for it. You know, keep that point going, prolong everything, because that's how you're gonna be super successful. And you know, from looking at it now, like I said, I go to Syracuse. I don't play anymore, and there's nothing like playing for your hometown and like wearing Want on your back. And when you graduate and when the season ends, you're gonna want that moment back because it's such a special moment. So just do whatever you can to prolong this journey. You know, you guys, you don't want it to end. This is an incredible moment. Soak it in. Just do absolutely whatever you can to make this last as long as possible, because when it ends, you're gonna want this moment back. Okay, question number 3. What did you do as a team during pool play to gain confidence and stay calm? My number 1 advice for this: rely on each other. You don't have to do this sport alone. It's a team sport. That's one of the most amazing things about volleyball. It's not up to you. It's you do it as a team. So rely on each other. I knew that if I had a couple rough patches, the girl right next to me was 100% going to have my back. And I knew that for literally everybody, even the girls who were on the bench, I knew that they had my back. I knew that if I made a mistake, they were cheering my name, that I got the next point. And I think that, you know, the girl next to you, if you're having a rough patch, and if you're the girl next to somebody who's having a rough time, it's important to like physically like be there for them and maybe cover more space while like they kind of get back in the mindset, but like also like emotionally like be there for them and just let them know that like you're amazing, you got this, you're here for a reason, and like you're gonna get the next point. So be there for them and like maybe cover some more ground, but also be there emotionally for them and let them know that like you have their back 100% of the time. Things are gonna get crazy and there's gonna be a lot of chaos, but your team is your constant and your teammates are your constant. So just remember that when there's, you know, it's gonna get crazy. It's the state championships, and just remember that your team is there for you through the chaos. And if there's one, you know, things are gonna change, but one thing that's not gonna change is how much your teammates are there for you. So just keep that in mind. You're gonna make mistakes here and there, but that's okay. I've made plenty of mistakes. Just, you know, through the chaos, the one thing to stay calm is knowing that your teammates are your constants and that they have your back. Okay, next we have, if you get in a rut, what advice can you give to get out of it? First and foremost, take a breath. Just really just calm down, calm like your inner body down. And then I think for me, when I like calm my insides down, that makes sense, the outside becomes a lot more calm. So just take a breath. You got this. I remember that there were times where like I shanked a ball and maybe the next one I couldn't get, and I got really like scared and I was like, oh shit, like I don't know what to do, like I'm letting my team down, like I'm not good enough to be here because I keep doing this. But like I remember that when we were in Minnesota, Emily Vinalinda, she said to O'Shea, excuse my language, she was like, we're fucking insane. And O'Shea kind of like emphasized that to us throughout the remainder of the season, that we're fucking insane and so are you guys. And so that was kind of playing in my head when I was getting in a rut, like, okay, I messed up 2 points, but like I'm insane, you know. Be confident, because you're here for a reason. If you weren't good, if you didn't deserve to be here, you would not be here, but you guys are amazing. I think that getting in a rut, it's really scary, like I just said, and I would start to shut down because I don't want to lose multiple points in a row. I don't want to be the reason why we start, you know, not getting the lead or falling farther behind. But it's important that you change that mindset from I'm scared, I don't want to let my team down, and you change it to I have no fear. Because once you decide that you have no fear, then you start to have the mentality that you want the ball, you want to put it down, and you want to be the one to get your team out of the rut, because no fear is so important. And this is the one thing that like Hoffman like really drilled into our minds, like you cannot have fear, because if you have fear, the other team is going to sense it and they're going to like attack you because of it. Have no fear. You guys are here for a reason. You're amazing. And like there's nothing to be scared of, you know? Like you deserve it. You want the ball, you want the pass, the assist, the kill, because you're insane. So no fear, and remember how good you are. And just because you get in a rut doesn't mean that you're not good enough to be there. You are good enough. You got this. Then we have, what was the feeling during pool play going up against new teams that you haven't seen and only getting to play 2 sets of them? So this was really freaking scary to me, because like normally it's like best out of 5, right? Yeah, but like now it's not. It's like no matter what, it's 2 sets. So it is a little bit daunting because you also know nothing about these teams. So I would say make sure that you're really focused and watching them during warm-ups and stuff, and that like I would say it's really important to beat the teams that you should beat. I remember that we split with like the first team we played, which like we were pretty even with them, and then the second team we all split with them, and like we 100% should have beat them twice, but I think that we lost a little bit of focus, and I, you know, because we split with them, we had to win both games against the next team, which was the team we were ended up playing in the finals. And like obviously it all worked out, but like had we have just beat that second team like we should have and been like focused and concentrated, it would have been a lot less stressful. So really just remain focused and beat the teams that you need to beat, because it'll save you a lot of stress in the end, because you only get 2 sets. I would say pay attention to warm-ups and listen to your coaches and your teammates, because from where you're standing, your coaches are going to see something different and your other teammates are going to see something different. And because you don't know these teams, it's really important to take into consideration what other people on your team are saying about all these different players. Also, like, I was freaking out because, like, I was like, oh my god, we've never seen these teams before. Like, I literally know nothing about them. But guess what? They feel the same way about you. So, yeah, you're scared because you've never seen them, but they're just as scared of you as you are of them. And I think putting that into perspective is so helpful. What else? I remember feeling super intimidating by these teams and being like, how did we get here? Like, we're less qualified, but like, you're not. Like, you did the same thing to get here as they did. You're both equally as qualified to be here. You both deserve to be here. So I was like, what am I thinking? Like, this is not true. Like, I deserve to be here just as much as that team does. And I think that's a really important mental like framework to be in. And then also I remember like we're a small team. We really did not have much height. I think Griddle or J Pugs were the tallest, and like they're tall, but like they're not like that tall. And the other teams had like giants. So I was like, holy crap, like we're not as big. This is scary. But like we ended up winning and we were the smallest team there. So like don't let things like that like mess you up, because like we were literally the smallest team and we won the whole thing. And I would say don't freak out if you like don't win every game. Like, while it's important and you should really try to win as much as you can, we split with the first two teams and we were still fine. So yeah. Okay, so basically my final advice that I have for you guys is the most important thing I could ever say in this whole video. I don't even know what I said, but be together. This is what the sole reason why I think we won states and why we were so successful during the whole year. I think that the physical skills are really important, you know, how you hit the ball, how you dig, your serve technique, whatever, that's so important. But being a family and being together has more power than how many digs you get or how many kills you get, how many aces you get. Other teams are probably looking you guys up and seeing your skills, your physical skills, but they're never going to be able to know how much of a family you are. And this is the upper hand, I think, that we had over teams, because they would watch us during warm-ups and like, okay, they saw what we looked like, but they didn't know our bond that we had and how powerful that bond was, because I think our bond was more powerful than any skill that anybody had. And like they you know, you can't tell family based on stats. So it's almost like this like secret like sneak attack skill that you'll have over them if you guys can just be together and be a family. So I don't know, I think that, you know, during our season, nobody ever considered us a threat because nobody knew how much of a family we were, and that was literally the sole reason. Togetherness, being one, being a family, that is what got us to the state championship. But yeah, I'm so excited for you guys. This is something that you are going to look back on and like remember for the rest of your life. So take every single moment in. You're like, go on this journey together, be a family. But yeah, so I wish you guys all the best of luck. Bring it home. State champions once again. You guys got this. You're amazing. Good luck.